Hi, I'm Adam from Lifehacker. We're doing Lifehacker Thanksgiving, and as a vegetarian, I love Thanksgiving, but I do really miss that there's no main dish, like a turducken. I wish there was an equivalent to that for a vegetarian.
Hello, I've got an idea for you, and it's called the garsquashroom.
Sounds like a Pokemon.
So the garsquashroom gets its name from garlic, squash, and mushroom. We're gonna lop the top off the squash, roast a whole head of garlic, put that down in the squash along with a bunch of roasted mushrooms, some apple, some herbs, some spices, and some carrots. And then we're gonna close the whole thing up, pop it back in the oven, so you have a wonderful vegetarian main to present to your guests. The first thing you're gonna do is...
Throw it.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Please, you take this seriously. You're gonna take the top off the squash. Just want like a lid, basically.
Kind of like a jack-o'-lantern, right?
Exactly.
Hey!
You did it!
All right.
All right, so you're going to make like a nice little bowl. So I would start cutting right around there and just make a nice little border. Yeah, just kind of pull that out. I'll jump in.
Nice.
Just get the seeds and the strings. So that's good.
Ooh.
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is roast our three main components. So I don't know if you've ever roasted garlic before. It's pretty simple and it tastes amazing. I just want you to cut to about right here, just like half an inch, quarter of a half inch off the top of the garlic. So you're just gonna expose the top of the cloves. All right, then you're just gonna plunk it down right in the center of a piece of foil, cut side up, perfect. Then take some olive oil, a little swirl, a little tap, then just wrap it up in a nice little package. Perfect, and then just get that in the oven. So next we need to just prep these mushrooms. So all you're gonna do is just drizzle in about a tablespoon of olive oil and then season them with salt and pepper. So let's spread them out on this pan. And we wanna give them a lot of room so they don't steam. Go and get that in the oven. So now we have to deal with this guy. Let's take his hat off. And once again, olive oil, drizzle it. Can you guess what I'm gonna have you do next?
I'm gonna put salt and pepper.
Correct.
Okay.
Good, and now we're gonna put that in the oven.
Cool.
So besides our gar, squash, and room, we've got some nice other flavorful friends that we're inviting to our Thanksgiving party. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make lovely little rainbow carrot ribbons. Just take a peeler.
And you make ribbons.
And you just make beautiful little ribbons. So next thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna get these into a pot of salted boiling water for about 2 minutes, just to get them
Nice
a little soft, yeah. All right, now we're gonna get them out of here, get them into some ice water to shock them and stop the cooking process. All right, so the final thing we're doing is we're gonna develop flavor on these nice tart green apples and these shallots. Take some olive oil, healthy glug. Take some cubed apples. And we're just gonna let this all cook down until the apples are like brown and kind of jammy. Our mushrooms look beautiful. Go ahead and get those out. All right, we've got like about 2 sprigs of marjoram, 2 sprigs of thyme, and 2 big sage leaves. Oh yeah, that smells good. And then let's go ahead and add the mushrooms in here. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna layer in our carrots. So you just take these little strips.
We're making like a little bird's nest?
Yeah, like a little nest of carrots. So we have like a nice little base ring. Then we're gonna go ahead and take some of our mushroom, apple, shallot mixture.
Nice.
Get like a nice little base layer. And then we're gonna unwrap our garlic. Yeah, so you want it nice and brown like that. Now set him down in there. Let's put a little bit of this. And the idea is you're kind of just making a nice little nest of carrots, roasted mushrooms, sauteed apples, and shallots. And you just keep going until you run out of room. All right, so now we're just gonna put the top on, and we're gonna put the whole thing back in the oven for about 20 to 30 minutes.
Look at that.
So
Mm-hmm.
So you can see, lift off its little lid.
Wow.
And inside you have this beautiful little arrangement of roasted garlic, you have your beautiful rainbow carrots, you have your shallots, your mushrooms, some are crispy, some are soft. And then you'll take the garlic out and just squeeze all those beautiful roasted cloves in there, top it with a bunch of fresh Parmesan, maybe a little like chili pepper flakes, give everyone a nice stir, and then just, dollop it on the plates.
I think everyone can enjoy this.
Oh yeah, definitely.